Steve and Jill here.
Hello.
Welcome to the Land Academy Show, entertaining land investment talk. I'm Stephen Jack Putella.
And I'm Jill DeWitt, broadcasting from sunny Southern California.
Today, Jill and I talk about find your Zen investor inside. And I'm going to quote Jill right before the show.
Uh-oh.
What the heck is this topic about?
Right.
What do you mean, find your Zen investor? Really? What the heck does that mean? What it means is you should be having fun. And this should make sense to you. After you're all educated and you get a few deals done, and you should just feel good about it. You should say, you know what? I love buying infill lots or rural vacant land, or I love wholesaling houses. It's easy. It's profitable. I get to spend more time with my family. And, you know, it's just, I found my Zen. And
Go ahead.
If that is a huge struggle and it's like, I don't want to do this next deal, that's not good.
For the record, I was trying to ascertain what this means to you.
Oh, I just told you.
I know. Thank you. I appreciate that. Then thank you for also explaining to me what you think. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I was kind of trying to figure out what this means to you. And by the way, I have to just say something. You see the little asbestos flakes falling down?
Asbestos flakes?
That's what I think. I am seeing. I wonder if it shows up on the camera, but every now and then there's like little fuzz from our older, where this studio is in a older facility, and every now and then I see little asbestos flakes.
Here's the story of this facility, of the studio.
Coming down like that over there. I don't know what that is.
Jill has this beautiful air-conditioned office in a little beach community near our house. And I went on the roof one day, and I noticed there's this open storeroom, a bunch of shelves in it from the 80s. So I call the landlord, and I say, nobody's using that storeroom up there. I'll rent it from you for X. And he said, that sounds like a great idea. Clean it all out. So that's what happened.
Uh-huh.
And now the asbestos is coming.
Exactly. I love it. And I love that lead-based paint over there, too. That's just kidding.
That's what I have for lunch.
I'm sure that's what's going on.
Before we get into the topic, let's take a question posted by one of our members on the landinvestors.com online community. It's free.
Landrove asks, which I'm sure Landrove is his website. I love that. I just got the course and joined about a month ago. This is my first post. Congrats. I have a question about pricing. The general rule of thumb is to send offers for about a quarter of what the land is going for and sell it for about half of that. Half price, quarter for what it's about to sell for, and sell for about half quickly.
That's true with rural vacant land only. Go ahead.
And that's what we're talking about.
Yeah.
One way to find what the property is worth is to check LandWatch and see how much land it's going for per acre. This is all good stuff.
Yeah, he's got
My
it.
question is, how do I know that the land offer for sale on LandWatch is not offered by somebody like me who's trying to sell for half price? Hold on a moment.
Yep.
This would throw off my pricing because to me, to send offers for 1/8 of what the property is worth, and that would be a waste of time, not to mention a good way to get hate mail. The reason I ask this is I think I saw an ad on LandWatch by someone mentioned by Steve on the podcast, and this person is a member of the land community.
It's true, all true.
Land Investors or Land Academy community. Thanks in advance. So, first I want to point out, if you accidentally underprice and get something,
which will happen,
that's not a bad thing. So, number one, and if you accidentally underprice and you have people calling you back to talk about that, you can still come back for that.
All true.
That's number two. And number three, I guess don't worry about it.
Don't worry
Number
about it.
three, you can't, there's so many counties out there, you could spend an extra half hour, looking around the community and maybe find, it's my new word this week apparently. Ascertain. Maybe come up with a list of areas that, no one seems to be hitting over here. And that's even the best. You go do that area. That's my
Here's a real
answer.
life example. Go to Mojave County, Arizona. I'm not advocating buying property there or selling it at all. I'm just saying, using it as an example. Go on LandWatch, or Land and Farm, either one, and sort by cheapest price to highest price, and make sure those houses are out of there. LandWatch has so many houses because there's an IDX feed. It's really, the quality has gone down recently. But Land and Farm, make sure you only have land properties in there, sort from cheapest to most expensive, and take the first 10%, maybe 20% of the properties, and average that out. Now, even if there are a bunch of Land Academy people in there, which there won't be, by the way, I understand your concern, and I understand this point, but it's a much less of an actual possibility than you think. We do a lot of deals, but we don't even scratch the surface of land for sale on the internet. Not even one. It's way less than 1/10 of 1%.
Right.
But do your 10%. At Mojave County, you're going to come out with a price per acre, and that is how you want to base it from the starting point. That's 100%. You want to sell it for 50% and buy it for half of that, which is your 25%. I hope that's super clear.
That's perfect. Thank you.
Today's topic, find your Zen investor inside. This is the meat of the show. Now that I've explained it, Jill.
Because I didn't know.
What do you think? I mean, you're the inspiration here, not the information. What?
I have some information now and then.
Can you describe like what you think a Zen investor? What is this Zen business? What is this? Find out who you are.
All right. So there's how I see. Are you asking how do I see this?
Yes, because you're going to be closer to what the listener viewer sees than me.
Do you know what the whole point is?
Thing.
Well, hold on a moment. The whole point of all this is it's whatever sings to you anyway.
Yes.
So whatever your opinion is your opinion. Whatever my opinion is my opinion. Whatever our listeners' opinion is their opinion. Whatever our watchers' opinion is their opinion.
This is how Jill and I argue, by the way. She has a sweet little voice, but she's really telling me off. Right now, she just did.
I did not.
Yes, you did.
I didn't. You really see it that way?
Yeah.
That's funny. Well, that's your opinion. And that is how I get you, and you're right. So, you know what? If you're mad, that's your problem. So, if you see that as anything, whatever, it's negative, that's your problem. Okay. Anyway, back to what I was saying. So I see there's finding your Zen, and then being happy as an investor inside. So I kind of see two things, because you need to be happy in your life and happy in your circumstances and happy with your family and happy with all of that. And then you want to be happy with your business. In a perfect world, they go together. So I think for me, I see this topic as a lot of our members. We have a lot of members in our community that came to Land Academy that had good jobs, good family, good income, good house. Everything's working, but they just didn't like what they were doing, kind of thing. And so they were looking for some changes. And getting into Land Academy and learning investing and getting good at it and everything freed them up, and it became more important. It's almost more important than what they were doing. I mean, we're talking PhD people, CEOs of things, and like all kinds of interesting backgrounds that our members have, that they were doing just fine. It's not like they were not doing it, but it just wasn't for them. So they came here, and now they found their Zen, and this is it for them. So, and then, what you're going to say something?
No, just let me know. I have a lot to say.
So, I guess that's where I see finding your Zen investor inside is, you go ahead, jump in. I have so much in my head too right now, I can't form it into a sentence.
Part of it is finding your specialization. So rural Vic, you might have noticed over the years that we've been doing this show, we talk less about rural vacant land and more about infill lots and specialization land, and now next year we'll be talking about houses a lot.
Right.
Because we found our Zen, and our Zen moves around. The Zen for rural vacant land, for us and where we are in our life, and especially together, has changes. It changed. And our dollar amount, the amount of cash dollars that we want to make per deal has gone dramatically up since we started this. We used to buy $500 property and sell it for $1,500, and we were happy with that for thousands of properties. Now we're closer to, let's buy it for $300,000 or $400,000 and sell it for $500,000.
Right.
And it's still a smoking deal for the person who buys it.
Right.
That's our Zen. Some people in our group, we have one group of people in our group, they love property where there's issues with deceased owners. They love to undo that. That's their Zen. So find your Zen. That's my point.
I love it. Well, I was just saying another way of saying that I like is what sings to you. You know,
Yeah.
what comes easy to you. I'll make it even easier.
Yep.
Something comes easy to you, and you get it.
That's it, Joe.
And you know how to do this.
It's easy.
And gosh, that's your Zen. That's your thing, like you just said. These people that love to undo it, they're good at it, and they like it, and they're solving problems for people.
They have a legal background, both of them. Well, you've done it again. Spent another 10 minutes or so listening to the Land Academy show. Join us next time where we talk about another interesting episode.
And we answer your questions posted on our own online community called landinvestors.com, and it's free.
You are not alone in your real estate ambition.
That's good. What's your Zen property type right now, real quick?
I love infill lots that are at about $10,000 purchase price that are worth probably 40 to 45, and we sell them for 20 to 25 all day long like water. And I love houses. I love houses in a certain few markets that we're in. We're in two specific markets that are. It's like day trading.
Right.
You buy a property for $150,000 and you sell it for $180 right on the MLS inside of 2 or 3 weeks. So I love those. That's where I am right now with that. How about you?
I like less work. So you know what? Seriously, those take work. Posting, maybe an open house, maybe we're dealing with a lot of investors and giving them a key code. Not that I'm doing it.
Yeah.
But my thing is now just larger and more dollar amount.
Yeah.
Rural vacant land. I can't get away from it.
Wow.
That's my favorite thing. I would.
You've never wavered from that.
No, I'm like, it's just too easy, and I don't worry about it. It's so nice. I love it. I love even when I would deal with the buyers from that. I identify with those people. That's my Zen. Maybe what's funny is where we live is not anywhere off the grid.
Well, you should never live.
And it's so populated, but I love being out there and I love dealing with those properties.
Where you live should never be where you invest. I mean, that block.
Understood. Exactly. Share the fun by subscribing on iTunes or YouTube, wherever you are listening or watching. And while you're at it, please rate us there.
We are Steve and Jill. Information
and inspiration
to buy undervalued property.